Good evening, YouTube and Americans across the internet. How are ya? Today I'm here to talk about holsters for the 2245 or lack thereof. I was tinkering around the other day trying to find something to hold my 2245 in place so I can do a little run and gun practice, right? Because I got me a little Glock here in a military holster, right? What do you call it? The M9, I think it is. Let me see. M12, excuse me. It's the M12 style holster, okay? And that's what I carry my Glock in when I'm going out being all, commando hoo-hoo and all that, right? Well, I'm sitting there going, geez, how come I don't have anything for my 2245? And then it occurred to me, you know what? I've got a spare holster. I wonder if it'll fit. So what I did was I took my handy little 2245 here, and then I stuffed it in the holster. But when you stuff it in the holster as is, let me drop that real quick. See how far out it sticks out of the holster? All right, let me get that out of the way for a better visual. See how far that sticks out of the holster? Not cool. All right. So I started looking at it, and I took my spare holster and I cut the end open. Ooh, looky there. Now, you're probably wondering what that little plastic is, or that little tube right there is. Well, when you order one of these holsters, it shows up with this plastic tube that runs from the tip all the way up through the top. And what that does is it just keeps your holster open and keeps it a good shape, right? So what I did is I noticed that after I cut that out, oh, look at how beautifully that fits now, all right? But I noticed that when I went to draw, what happened is this ginormous front sight post kept catching on the inside of the holster. So in order to remedy that, I took that plastic sleeve, which is useless after you get the thing. I don't even know why I still had it, but hey, turned out for the better anyway. And I put it in the end there. And with that end slit open like that now, I put that little bad daddy in there, and look at that. See, the muzzle just comes right up to the very end of it, all right? If I hold it up as such, it's practically flush, all right? Now, it allows for a much smoother release, or draw rather, excuse me. Now, the downside of that, though, is that little plastic piece will slide out either down or up, or coming up with your pistol, what have you. So how do you keep that in place? Good question, glad you asked. Well, me being who I am, naughty hands, hello, I decided to take a little 550 cord, and then I took my soldering iron, and I poked holes in the holster, right? And this plastic sleeve was in place at the time, so I poked a hole through the holster, through the plastic at the same time, so that way the holes would line up beautifully. And then I came around to the other side and did the same, and I got the holes as far to the outside as I could get them and still hold that sucker in place securely. All right? Now, all I have to do is slide that in there, and boom. Now the tip of the barrel is exposed, however. So the way I remedied that, and I don't have the roll with me now, or else I'd show you, but what I did is you take a piece of cloth and you cover it down over the end, and then you take some 100-mile-an-hour tape and just tape the snot out of it. Does it look a little tacky? Yes, but it'll keep the debris out of your barrel too. So now you can use, should you so choose, a military holster, slightly modified, to hold your 2245, provided it's this barrel model, or this model with this barrel, or shorter. The shorter one, I'm sure, would work a lot better in here, minus the modifications. This is the model I have. I like it. It serves me well. So, there you go. Now you have yourself a high-speed hua-hua tactical run-and-gun holster for your military rig, so when you go out and try to practice on the cheap, you can blow through a bunch of 22 ammo versus blowing through your Glock 40 cal ammo. So, this is a Model 23 if any of you are curious, by the way. So, instead of blowing through 40 caliber ammo 40 cents a round, I blow through 6 cents a round through this. I think the cost savings are obvious here. So, have fun and happy holstering. Naughty hands out.